Welcome to Big Money Monday on the Savvy Radio Show. Get ready, you are about to get paid. This show is designed to increase your financial intelligence every Monday.
What's going on, Savvy investors? It is Monday, Big Money Monday. I haven't done a solid Big Money Monday in a long time. I'm juiced. Not only that it's Monday, it's time to get my grind on and work on, crush it. But we're talking about money. I'm going to talk about 20 tips that you need to be thinking about money and keeping 2017 strong on your hustle. And sometimes you can be hustling and you forget about all these little details that you think that you can address later. But if you jump on them now a little bit, kind of have a inventory or a medical checkup, like you have pre-maintenance checks. You need to do pre-maintenance checks. This is based on a chief side hustler himself, Nick Loper. He did a episode, podcast, whatever you want to call it, whatever he does, side hustle, on the 30-day challenge of a money cleanse. So you can Google up money cleanse, Nick Loper, and get a little bit more details. I adopted this podcast from him, so I got to give Nick Loper just mad ups. He is doing it. He's a side hustler. That's his big stick. He's all about helping people get out of the rat race by extra income. So his clientele, fans, peeps, whatever you want to call it, follow him, that are regular people that have regular jobs trying to make money on the side. That's not me. That's not what I do. I'm all about making money on the side. I want you to make money on the side, but today we're going to talk about how to kind of get a financial checkup in your life. So number one, you wreck yourself before you check yourself. Track down all your money. Yes, your financial institutions, accounts. You'd be surprised how a lot of people have accounts. They don't even know the logins. I recommend using passpack.com. It's free. And what it is, it stores your passwords, triple encrypt them, like you have to log in, and then you got to be a human. You got to click a button, and then you have a second password for free. You could use the software or app or online, whatever you want to call it, but you could store 100 passwords for free, and it's super secure. I've been using it for years, but that's where I keep all my financial institutions, your IRA account, your bank accounts, your savings accounts, just the important information. Track that information. That's your money. You need to know about it. And I know a lot of people have IRAs. They don't even know how to log into the IRA account. And I'm going to be honest, I'm that guy. I had a Vanguard account for years. Money was just flowing in there, not paying attention. It was taking huge hits, and then it was doing well and back and forth. If I would have checked on it, I probably would have been a little bit more savvy about it because I didn't know how to get to the login. Set up all your accounts, log in. That's number one. Number two, identify your goals. Identify what your net worth is. First of all, how much do you owe and how much are your assets? That's the number one question banks are going to ask you. So you need to be prepared now. Take a little piece of paper, write out all your debts, write out all your assets. And rookie investors struggle with this. They don't know if you should classify their car as yes, anything that has value. Some of you guys have Jordans out there. Yeah, I don't know if that's an asset, but I don't know if you should put that on there. But you need to know what your net worth is. I love Rich Dad Poor Dad. An asset is money that's put in your pocket, and a liability is money that's coming out of your pocket for whatever it is. You need to identify your goals. You need to know what your net worth is. So after you minus all your minus all your liabilities, and you might have a net worth of $100,000 or $200 or $300 or $10 million, whatever that is, and then set your goals based on that from there. So if you have $100,000 net worth and you want to grow your business, hopefully for this year, you want to double that, and that should be a great goal. You're by the end of the year, by December, you want a $200,000 net worth. That's just a financial goal you need to slap down, write it down. Now, you need to write down, number three, how are you actually making money? Okay. How are you making money? Where is all the money coming from? And then, of course, number four is, where is it all spending? If you listen to the podcast the other day, last week, over Joe Ramsey, my first mentor, the one thing that I learned from him is tracking where money is coming in. A lot of people don't know, and a lot of people just swipe their credit card, and all of a sudden they got no money at the end of the month. We get it. but you need to know exactly how much money you're making. Obviously, this is not a budget podcast, but you need to know how much you're making, exactly how much you're making, gross, net. You need those for your financial statements. And 4, where is it going? I mean, be detailed about it. Like, be gangster. Like, flip out a piece of paper, and this is, I'm at Chick-fil-A, $25. Oh, I'm over here. Write it down. A little post-it note in your little iPhone, or use Google Tasks in the OG phone. But whatever it is, track your spending, and you'll be conscious of it, and you'll use that money wisely. Number 5, calculate your monthly profit. What's your personal bottom line? Your banks are going to call you and ask you, I need a balance sheet. That's basically, where are we at right now? What's my net today, this month, last year? You're going to get used to this stuff. This is slow, and I like Nick Lober's approach to this. You need to have a cleanse, but you need to be thinking about this. A lot of people don't know where they're at. It's scary. They ignore it. They don't want to pay attention to it. You're savvy. You're in this podcast. You're listening to this deal. So go do it. Now, don't do this every day per se, but at least it's fine. It's February. It's the middle of the month. I think this is why I wrote this and broke this out today, is because it is a good time to have a checkup, so you have 10 more months to wake up. Number 6, my bad. Number 6, have an emergency fund. What is an emergency fund? How much is an emergency fund? What should I save it for? What is it for? How much should I have? Start small. I'm telling you, I was broke, no money, going nowhere. Found Dave Ramsey's, one of the Financial Peace books I read, was really motivating. Got out of debt in the beginning. And, start off with $1,000 emergency fund. Stop robbing Peter to pay Paul. I love when people have credit cards. They need new tires. They put it on a credit card and they can't pay it off. You got to have $1,000 in the bank ASAP. I don't know where you're at. I'm assuming that you're listening to this. You have some net worth, but a basic rule of thumb is 6 months. And I'm not talking about lavish. I'm talking about your bills that you owe. And this will give you some sort of peace of mind. I get frustrated that I have a certain amount of money in the bank. I always try to keep money moving. It's velocity of money is the only way to roll. If you just store a bunch of money in a bank, it goes nowhere. But you do need to have some sort of an emergency fund, and what your risk tolerance is up to you. But a basic, at least 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months of fixed living expenses. That's your mortgage, Roman noodles, your car payment, whatever. You need to check into your savings account. Find out what's going on with that deal. Do you have that savings account on top of your emergency fund? What is it doing? How long have you touched it? How long has it been there? Obviously, it's not making money because the government and the bank institutions are not giving the returns, right? 0.002%. So look at that money. Find out what's in there, and can you leverage that money somewhere else? So number 8, got this from Nick, deploy idle cash. If you got 100,000 in there, you might only need 10. Go buy some real estate. Go invest in another real estate investor. Partner with them. Private money. Do something, but make money move. Make it work for you. Don't just sit there. So 7, check on your savings. Do you have savings? Be realistic about it. What do you have? Are you just stockpiling cash? If you are and you're not utilizing it, deploy it. Number 9. We're going to get into my favorite here. Refinance your high debt. Okay? Don't refinance credit cards just so you can go charge up more credit cards. That's on another deal. You need some help there. But you need to, as a real estate investor, you have some idle. This is go deploy idle cash. You have idle equity that you may need to refinance out, to cash out, not to do some repairs or not to, just to be cool because you got cash in the bank, to go out and buy more and do more. Maybe you buy another property. So this happens to me. You all have some equity built up. Maybe the market's up right now in Oklahoma City. It's hot. I have some equity just sitting in some houses. I refinance 3 or 4 or 5, 10 of those houses, get a couple $100,000. And what do you got to go from there? Free money in my world. You go buy an office building. You put that money down, and now your net worth just increased. A lot of people don't look at their debt ratios or where they're at. How much do they owe? I know everybody wants to be out of debt. I get it. I understand. I've been there, done that. But if you want to be a real estate investor, you got to recycle that money and you got to keep making it work. If it's sitting there, it's debt equity, and it's only benefiting the bank as collateral. It's not helping you. You got to get that money moving. Number 10, if you're a W-2, you got a business, you need to max out that 401k. And a lot of people don't know this, and I relatively within the last 6 months, a homie in St. Louis texted me this. He said, there's a thing called a 401k self-directed 401k. I was like, what? Yes, you can self-direct a 401k. So I have a Roth IRA that I self-direct and I loan out and do deals in. Well, you can do that in your 401k. Now, the best way to do that is free money. Put as much as you can in there if you can. Now, of course, you should be investing. But if your employer matches that, by all means, homie, take the free money. That's number 10. Number 11, side hustle. That's right, side hustle. What can you take inventory on? What can you side hustle on? Something in your garage, something in your attic. Tomorrow I'm going to break it down. Side hustle, I think number 8. I'm going to go hard. I've been working on side hustle. Appreciate all you folks out there telling me ideas about side hustle. Torres, appreciate you. But I'm going to drop that out. So think about, what can you side hustle? What can you sell? Number 12. Set up auto payments. Man, I've been how much time have I wasted waiting on a bill to come in and then look at it? Now, granted, folks, I was broke too, and I'm like, I don't even know how I'm going to pay my electric bill. But something stung me not too long. A couple months ago, it's in my name, but my wife registered the account. Okay, so you feel me? So I have the electric bill come in paperless, and I'm not seeing the bill, and my wife is not telling me that there's an electric bill. Boom. 3 months behind, they freaking shut off the electricity on the savage landlord. That's right, party people. I shut the electricity off on folks. I don't get the electricity shut off on me. I was hot. My wife's calling me up, just blazing, yelling at me. Not yelling at me in a negative way. There's something wrong. The electricity's out. I'm like, did you call OG&E? They can't help me because the account is in my name. And guess what? I set that mess on auto bill. I mean, I'm 43 years old, been married 10 years, running electricity from Jump Street, and I've always been scared to put it on auto pay. I'm thinking OG&E is going to lock me up with a $500 bill and life's going to end. Here's the deal that I realized, a little slap in my face. I know I'm spending too much time on number 12, but the deal is, if you rack up a bill, you're going to pay for it automatically. So why am I sweating it? So yes, I'm sweating it. So set up auto bill. It's just do it. I have it on my auto car. It's really simple because I know the number, but still you might want to do these little ticky-tack bills like the water bill or your trash bill or your, in my case, electric bill. You might want to put that on auto payment, spend your time doing something else like making money. Number 13. Take inventory of your skills. Why is this about money? That's right. It is. You have skills. What can you do on the side to side hustle? I got this from Nick again. I basically stole this dude's podcast, but I'm going to give him ad ups. That's why I keep telling him about it. But I thought of that. I realized a lot of people don't realize the skills and talents that they do have. Like I met this dude for lunch yesterday, and he's very meticulous and detailed and anal, right? I'm not that. I'm broad strokes. I want to write books. I have 2-3 books written. They're about half done. And the homie's like, I can help you. I'm like, okay, help me. And he did. He read the book and he's like, you need to do this, you need to do that. There's some people that have skills out there. Am I willing to pay that dude? Absolutely, I'm willing to pay that dude. But I'm trading out with him with my time to help him grow his business, to make him a millionaire. But still, take inventory. Take inventory of what you're good at. Take inventory of what you're bad at. Don't do the things that you're bad at. I'm bad at accounting. That's why I hire an accountant. And that goes into number 14. Get legit, folks, on your CPA. Don't hire TurboTax or H&R Block. Hire a legitimate firm. I did a podcast on how to hire an accountant. Stop being a wuss about it. Go out there and go do it. Stop playing games. If you're a real estate investor or a business owner, I don't know if you're listening to this as your first timer. I know I sound kind of crazy, but here's the deal. If you want to be professional, hire professionals. You want to be ghetto, stick with the ghetto. Get out of the ghetto. Get with the professionals. I don't know where to hire an accountant. Ask me. If you're in Oklahoma City, I have no problem telling people about who I work with. Why wouldn't somebody in your market do the same? If the dude, you got a friend and they don't, I don't want to tell you my account. That's not your friend. And that leads me into 15. Evaluate the relationships you have. You are, Jim Rohn, you are a reflection of the 5 people. So 5 of your friends make $24,000 a year. I bet you make 28, 30 because you listening to this podcast, so you up by 20%. You want to roll with the homies, be big, be large, start hanging out with big and large people. Seriously, you've got to do it. You're a reflection of the 5 people you meet. You're a reflection of the 5 books you read. You won't be better if you don't read. I'm excited that you made it this far to the podcast. That means you got something inside of you. You want to go to the next level. Evaluate your relationships. Look for a mentor. It might be like you listened to my last interview with Joe Ramsey. I'm like, wow, would anybody get information off that guy? But the one thing I got is document the income that is coming in. 16, re-examine your membership and your subscriptions. I struggle with this. I went through a purge a couple years ago. Man, I don't know when, but I shut off every effing membership subscription. Someone bleeding on me, taking money from me. I couldn't even find one. I shut my account down for real. I'm sorry, but this stuff will just, $10 here, $10 there, $20 here. People don't even know how much money is sucking out of their account. They just keep on rolling. Listen, get into your account. Yep, log in. I know some of you high DC people out there, you do that already. Your high I folks out there, go into your account, find out what subscriptions are you really need Netflix right now when you got Amazon Prime. Okay, now don't stop the Amazon Prime, but because I'm all about the Amazon Prime. But I justify Netflix. I got little babies, they like little shows. It works out, but we got no cable bill. So that doesn't mean I'm any better, but you need to, subscribe. Like I look at my real estate subscription stuff. I just canceled the magazine subscription to Inc. Magazine. Sorry, Inc. Magazine. Sorry, Fast Company. I know it's only $10 a year. First of all, when I get the magazine, I always feel bummed I didn't get to read it. Number 2, I don't got no time. Right now I'm working on other things. So really evaluate, examine, cut off the chop block memberships. Now, 17, get a credit card. I know I'm talking about money, talking about debt, whatever. But the credit card, you need to evaluate your credit cards. Now, I'm just going to get right to the point. I've had arguments with super financial people. Oh, I get cash back. I only use cash back. I don't have credit cards that charge me monthly fees. All right, I get it. Yo, cheap daddy. I'm super frugal too. But here's the deal. This is how I roll, and I have Southwest credit cards. Why? I live in the center of the country. Southwest is a big component here. They have a lot of planes. They have several close hubs. One is in Dallas. One is in Houston. Every material that I buy, swipey-dipey, up on the Southwest card, I get points. $1 a point. I'm not sure. It don't matter. I got hundreds of thousands of points. That translates into what? Free airfare. Free airfare, family vacations. Very minimal. Yes, it's a perk of owning a business. Is it taxable? I don't know. I don't want to get into it. But here's the great thing about Southwest Airlines. Boop. If you spend enough money in a year, you can get a free companion pass. That's right. What's a companion pass? Well, my wife is assigned as my companion pass. She can fly anywhere I fly for free. So basically, we're getting 2 plane tickets all the time. So for our anniversary, we're flying somewhere. She's flying for free. We're going somewhere. She's flying for free. After she's done flying, I want to change it up and give it to one of my associates. Hey, flying for free. All because I use a credit card that I'm going to use anyway to purchase material. And why I use a credit card versus a debit card, I don't use debit cards because people steal those and then the cash is out, and slow local banks are slow about putting money back into your bank. You have protection with a credit card. If I ever call Chase up, Chase Manhattan, that's who runs the Southwest credit card, hey, I got a problem with this merchant. They didn't deliver my treadmill. Boom. They refund my money. They blast the treadmill company. So consider Chase. I should get paid for Chase, but I don't get paid for any of this mess. But that's how I do it. You might be in the East Coast. You might use Delta. You might use something else. But don't just get some janky credit card because it says the Thunder basketball on there and it's MidFirst Bank and you think you're doing something because you're whipping it out. No, that's not doing you no benefit. What benefit is it doing you? I don't even think you're getting tickets. You might get 1% back. There's bigger cards doing bigger things, and reevaluate them. All right, number 18. Set up monthly and quarterly financial checkups. That's right. You heard it today. You made it this far. We're on number 18. Now, every February, you should do this financial checkup, purge, whatever you want to call it, cleanse. Now you're going to do it monthly and quarterly. You should get with your accountant, find out what's going on. Don't get at the end of the year and be slammed with taxes. Depends on where you're at. Now, if you're just starting out in real estate, you really don't have any worries, probably till you get it to 40 or 50 units. But still, it's just sad that I know a guy that I ran into at the RIA the other day, smart man, he's got 10 units, doing good, says he's paying a bunch in taxes. I'm like, I don't understand. There's a thing called depreciation. There's repairs. And he said he's not happy with his accountant. Come on, guys. If you're not, you shouldn't be paying anybody you're not happy with. If I'm not happy with the Uber guy, I'm not paying the dude. All right. I mean, I probably pay him, but still. But if I'm not happy with service and you're paying for service, you shouldn't be paying for something. Your accountant should be getting with you at least quarterly, just checking in and say, hey, you're paying a couple $100 a month, $100 a month, $10 a month. I don't care what you're paying. They send you, Credit Karma sends me emails. Hey, check up your credit. Do the same thing quarterly and give back. All right, number 19. Here's the deal. Give back, fundraise. I'm involved with this thing called Whiz Kids. If you don't know where to put your fundraise money, you don't know where to put your tithe, definitely tithe is 10%. You should tithe to the church. You should give back. I'm telling you, God gave you this money. You wouldn't get here. You wouldn't be doing this. You need to bless somebody. But don't just throw money at the homeless dude on the curb. Figure out an organization that you're passionate. Man, I struggled as a child. I was behind 6 years. I was basically illiterate, couldn't even read till like later in high school, and I struggled. And now I'm an avid reader, and I love tutoring kids and teaching them how to read. So I'm involved with a program called Whiz Kids. Every book that I sell, I donate money to Whiz Kids. Step up, and Whiz Kids in the end of March does a fundraiser called Seeds of Hope. You can buy a ticket for $100. You should buy a ticket and your wife, get OG, get dressed up, and go out to a nice dinner and do something good for a fundraiser. And you're getting fed and you're blessing somebody. Here's the deal. I regret this. I'm 43. Back when I was rolling 30, doing business, trying to network, man, there were so many opportunities. I could have went out to fundraiser dinners, and I had a low self-esteem. I didn't think I can afford it. I'm telling you, you can afford it. If you throw down 100, your mind will start figuring out another way to do it. Get with somebody else. Get two guys, you and a homie, two girls, whatever, your significant other. Maybe it is a guy. Maybe it is a girl. Go. Who cares? Go support a charity, a fundraiser, and you may meet someone. You may meet your future significant other. You never know. You might meet a private money lender. Only ballers give. So are you a baller? You're a savvy investor. You made it to number 19. So go give. 20. Oh, shucks. I got this from E.T. the Preacher. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Number 20. Go big. Seriously. I just got back from Mexico. I rode a wave runner. Never done it before. I have done it once before. Did it with my homie Octavius. It was fun. He was racing me, smashed me on the waves. Then I went out to this ATV ride. That's been like my long-term goal to ride. You know, one of my long-term mentors, this guy was so large, he would go to Colorado from Oklahoma every quarter, every month. I don't know. Dude was always gone, and he was always in the mountains riding a motorcycle or ATV. I'm like, dude, I want to do that. I want to be large like that dude. And soon as I got to Mexico, when I smelt gasoline, I smelt the ATV. I'm like, sign me up, cousin, sign me up. Sure enough, $55 changed my life. Go big, upgrade yourself. I know this is a long, drawn-out episode. My bad. Listen, man, I'm 43. I have some major regrets. I'm telling you, I wish I would have went to Europe when I was younger. I wish I would have traveled more. It's so funny. You see all these old people running around trying to make up for lost time. Don't be like them. Go out. You may die tomorrow, okay? This Donald Trump madness, what's wrong with this dude? All this craziness is going down. Just people getting paid $50 million to be a coach. I'm just livid. Why people are broke, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. We trying to make our own. Listen, go enjoy it. Go to a nice restaurant once in a while. Take your wife out. Do it up big. Get her some flowers. Don't be soft. Be strong. Anyway, I hope this empowered you. I hope that you made a mental note to give more, to do more. That's why we make assets. That's why we buy real estate. That's why we are savvy investors, so we can do more. If we can do more, we can help more. So that's your job. Go out there, live large. If you like this episode, leave me a comment, text me. Let me know if there's a subject I forgot. Let me know. I'll bring it back up.
Investor Weekend is not far off, with over 10 information sessions to increase your portfolio. Log on to www.investorweekend.com. Whether you are a seasoned investor or never purchased a property before, you don't want to miss the Investor Weekend. Join us for a powerful, knowledge-packed weekend with over 10 informational sessions that are bound to enlarge your real estate investments. You will hear from the best national and local real estate investors that will share practical and relevant experiences with you, the investor. There will be several networking sessions to connect with other like-minded people for potential funding, partnerships, and yes, hot deals. Go to www.investorweekend.com. Did you know we meet once a month for the Landlord Lunch meeting? The third Wednesday of every month, go to landlordlunch.com.